Ladies and gentlemen, we haven't been spending the past week playing, Breath of the Wild and not recording this.
Welcome back to Hatoful Boyfriend, Birds of the Wild.
I mean, that wasn't, suspiciously specific, was it?
No, we absolutely have not wasted 2 perfectly good recording sessions playing Breath of the Wild.
I don't know why you brought that up completely unprovoked. I mean, it's not like I was going just shrine hunting for hours. So, back to Hatoful. What was the last thing we did? We shot the scarecrow. We found the underground lab.
And found our way to that really dickish shrine and did the physics puzzle. Oh wait, no, that's
no,
the other one.
no,
okay,
no, bad Brian.
Okay,
stop it.
All right.
But no, we're okay. So we shot the scarecrow. We're here. Dr. Wallenstein. Okay.
Yeah.
Iwamine.
The Dr. Wallenstein.
I forgot how ridiculous that voice was. It wasn't just gluten. You killed the headmaster as well. If it weren't for you, the boy who went outside wouldn't have been... Why are you doing this?
Must I repeat myself? I told you before, I merely disassembled Miss Free after the fact. I did not kill her.
Do you think I care?
It would appear that you need some assistance. I told you before, but you should already have everything you need to answer your question. Who killed Free Gluten?
Big Bread.
Wait, what?
Big Bread. It's like the evil military bread complex. They killed Free Gluten.
Is that kind of like your take on like Big Pharma or something?
Yes.
Big Bread.
Yes, Big Bread.
Are you playing off the name Gluten?
Yes.
Okay, I see where you're going. I'm sorry, I'm slow on the uptake tonight. So...
You need more meat skewers and/or
Brian,
various mushrooms.
Please. Okay, the joke got old. You're beating it in the ground. This is like Seth MacFarlane levels.
Driving jokes into the ground. Have you been watching our channel?
Dude, you are reaching like Seth MacFarlane levels of just driving an old joke.
Brian is kind of my hero.
Can we move on?
Do not listen to the Dark Sorcerer's words. Textoris Melodia Funis. He will lay a spell upon you.
And not to mention, the way Dr. Uman asks, do you know who killed her? I'm pretty sure it's pretty much just beating that answer into our heads now.
Perhaps the peanut gallery could keep its thoughts to itself.
That's racist.
Oh, okay. An iron grill drops behind me like an evil wizard's portcullis. I'm cut off.
That's a good Scrabble word there.
No kidding.
Oh dear, we appear to be shut in.
Just want to say, Kazuaki's taking this really well.
No, the dark spell!
What are you doing?
Nothing at all. I simply had no business with them. I was waiting for you, Mr. Kawara.
Again, with the way you deliver that name.
Hey, what were you saying before?
You have such venom behind the way you've said it from the beginning. It has always sounded like he was mocking him. Like, just that, oh, Mr. Kawara, if that really is your name.
Which it's not, dumbass. Which, you were saying, I'm pretty sure you said this off camera, but, it's really gonna drive home the point if it does end up being that Ryota is just someone else, and, Ryota Kawara is just, a fake name or something.
Yeah, you just don't even realize who you are and you've just forgotten.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great.
I'm gonna laugh if after, all this that we're laughing about it being, a fake identity, it really is just that, and...
Shu was the hero the whole time!
Jeez.
Now, let us return to our conversation. Our conversation about the truth you seek.
The truth in the conversation. The conversation you're seeking with truth to seek about the truth you seek. Conversations.
You have done unbelievably cruel things, Doctor. You were involved in the medical center here, too. Nothing you can say to me will change my mind. Okay. This game with the words and stuff.
Yeah, it's like they found their thesaurus while writing this.
No kidding.
Here on in.
How pugnacious of you. But you're lacking in logic. What I may or may not have done has little to do with the truth of my words. I was employed at this facility from the beginning. No doubt you have already deduced that I was working on Operation Hatoful.
Operation Hatoful. The plan to wipe out humanity with the Charon virus.
Precisely. Oh, it does make me so happy when students read ahead and come prepared for the lecture.
God, I love evil teacher rants like that.
I really hate this dude. I really want him dead by the end of
He's
this
a good
storyline.
villain though, because he's a lackey that is in complete control from the moment that we were introduced to him. Like he, at no point has been out of control.
Like, okay, one could argue that hating a villain makes him a good villain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I fucking hate him. I really just want this dude to die.
You are exemplary. Ho ho ho. The strain we isolated from the original host was extremely powerful. Quite possibly the deadliest in human history. However, strains of such lethality tend to be fragile themselves. Charon virus was no exception. It cannot last very long outside of a host's body. In order to deliver it to the enemy, we would have had to send live carriers into their society and allowed it to spread via airborne infection. This proved troublesome. Charon virus, in addition to being harmless to birds, is ill-equipped to establish itself in our bodies. Fujishiro Nageki, the original host, had a rare genetic condition which resulted in a slightly compromised immune system. In his body alone was Charon able to safely reside. Alas, he refused to cooperate.
You forced him to kill human prisoners. If it weren't for your experiments, he never would have killed himself.
Indeed. It had not occurred to us that the test of the strain's effects would harm his mental health. We expected that he would be glad of the chance to avenge himself on humanity, but sadly, it was not so, and we lost our sample. The project was put on indefinite hold with his death. But thankfully, we did not lose his corpse in its entirety. I preserved his remains and have kept them to this day.
Can I just mention, I really, really love evil scientists.
Oh my god. Dude, if you love him so much, why don't you just marry him?
'Cause he's a bird. And the only human that can date birds is dead now. And he didn't do it.
Right.
I've been waiting for a new carrier to arrive.
Sounds like this was a very labor-intensive project. Wasn't there a better way? I don't know, you're the boss here.
Dude, we still haven't proven that.
I know, but I'm sticking with my theory.
Quite right. I digress a little, but there was a reason for our methods. It did not take me long to come up with a better plan. We need only compromise the subject's immune system, creating a compatibility like Fujishiro Nageki's.
We killed the
Compro-
Batman.
Ryan,
What?
really though. For compromise the immune system. They die.
Indeed, even if the subject were able to become a carrier for the Charon virus, if they died to some other infection, it would all be for naught. Which is why I was very careful with who I chose. I worked on the subject over time, slowly weakening his immune system. I suppose I should count myself lucky that I achieved my goal in only a year.
And they did just enroll last year.
Yep. I think you are the one that they have been slowly building to have the virus, which is why I think you killed her.
You
by
are an
infecting
exemplary student, Mr. Kawara.
her. Boom.
I give you full marks.
For murder.
Now, what I want to know is, why did he blank out? Because he didn't remember anything that happened.
His compromised immune system. He would get bouts of the illness, the paralysis and stuff like that. And when they would find out that he would knocked him out, they would, I don't know, carry him home or
Then-
something. Because I imagine they're following him and studying him.
Right, but if he's paralyzed, how are you going to follow him because he's lying there, paralyzed?
No, I mean, like, you follow him until an attack hits, which drops him. He doesn't have any memory of it, and they take him home and keep him safe.
So, okay, so how does he go from point A to point B and never remember it, though?
He blacks out at one point, they carry him home, or deliver him home.
Right. Well, how would that have affected Gluten though? Because she was still at the school, and he. No, take that back. She walked home. He was still at the school.
Yeah, but at that point, maybe she was already infected by the disease that you were carrying. And the fact that she died from it was the result they were looking for, but she died at the school, which caused problems. She was there
Okay.
as the one human subject to test.
Right.
And when you reached peak disease,
Okay.
you have inadvertently killed her, I think.
Full marks. My head hurts. Almost some strange creature is wriggling about deep inside my brain. You want to do this?
Are you
I
okay, Ryota?
I don't know who this is. We're not,
Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right.
Gluten
Oh.
came to the infirmary. Oh, I guess it's good that you voiced it. Alright.
Yeah.
To see me?
You have come this far. I'm sure you can answer this. What was it that you forgot?
That you were sick.
Everything is hazy. I think my stomach is acting up again. I drink the medicine Dr. Iwamine gives me and lie down, but my body still feels heavy and tired.
Are you okay, Ryota?
Yeah, I'm fine now.
Mr. Nanaki said you were coming here, so I wanted to make sure you were all right.
Gluten is reaching toward me.
Want to go home? I'll walk you.
Her hand stops. Gluten falls to her knees, clutching her chest.
Ryota, I can't breathe.
Oh, she can't breathe. This is bad. My mother said to get home early. Everything feels strange. Almost like it's a dream. I need to go home. Goodbye, Gluten. See you tomorrow.
Huh.
She fell down before my eyes. Can I pause it for a second?
Sure.
That Hugh thing she just did. Do you remember who else did that?
The Scarecrow?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then
The experiment was a resounding success. Miss Freed displayed the archetypal symptoms of a human infected with Charon virus and passed away. Once the virus is inside a human body, it shuts down the respiratory system in a matter of minutes. Technically speaking, it causes an overreaction of the immune system, which leads to widespread apoptosis in the lungs. But more simply, any human who comes in contact with you will die.
Quick science thing. Apoptosis is the sudden death of cells. It caused her lungs to kill themselves. And then they were no
Oh.
longer capable of processing oxygen.
oh shit.
They didn't just stop working. All of the functioning cells were triggered by her own body to die like a disease. Her body treated her lungs like an invader and killed them.
Okay.
Apoptosis.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna add that to the list of things that are gonna keep me up at night. I'm an asthmatic. These things bother me, and that's making me want my inhaler.
You're lying. Gluten and I were together since we were children.
Of course, I only administered the live virus to you yesterday. All the things I've done to you over the past year have been in preparation for it. Do you recognize this?
Oh.
Ah.
Hi there. The Scarecrow's head?
Yes, alas, the body is now useless, but I shall tell you about Labor 9, the being you call the Scarecrow.
Alright, I forgot it had a name.
It is one of the Labor model new humans, developed by
Dove Party researchers?
Huh.
but the NASA's unethical. We were to advance quickly, but our physical capabilities are still far behind those of the human race. These new creatures were livestock, if you will, to compensate for that.
Basically, they would perform manual labor, physical tasks,
Right.
opposable thumb kneading things.
Right, basically the I need a human to do this.
Mm-hmm.
The Labor Series was a great step toward the beautiful ideal of coexistence with humans.
Well, being dead?
With the human's head mounted inside an artificial body, they were durable and capable of difficult tasks. Of course, they never entered development, the project having been shut down early due to ethical complaints. However, I carried on the Dove Party researchers' will and created this prototype to be my sidekick. We didn't want too many other people snooping around and disrupting your investigation, so I had it patrol the building. And now the next question. What is inside this bag?
Let's find out on the next episode.
I don't want to find out on the next episode. I don't want to find out on any episode.
It's all coming together.